Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Raskulls. This is Chapter 3, continuing on again, and this is Part 3. We're getting dangerously close to finishing up this hellish nightmare of a chapter. Actually, really, it's not too bad right now, but it will be once we come back and go through again to finish up all the bonus levels and the mega challenges. So what we're doing right here is this is actually kind of funny. I don't know what the deal is. This one of these blocks, Mr. Blocky, that's he's trying to pay us back for all of his destroyed brothers and sisters. So I don't know if every block has the ability to rebel and grow legs or something, or maybe this is kind of reminiscent of evolution of like how humans came to be, you know, way back. Fish, their fins kind of turned into legs and arms, essentially. I mean, you look at a tadpole, this is essentially it, and eventually it just crawls out of the water. Maybe this is the first block that's finally crawled out of water and he's breathing on land, and I don't know what I'm really talking about, but either way, this guy is a chump. The only reason why this level is difficult at all is just because of how poorly I'm playing. Lava's not hard to avoid, not on this level. I'm just pretty careless with how I'm moving through. But in terms of an opponent, Flocky was really near the bottom of the totem pole. But he's cute. I mean, we'll give him that. He gets an A for effort, maybe an A-, but it's an easy level. I almost feel bad. Like I'm almost thinking you guys might be expecting me to be struggling at this point, or something. Maybe if I had have gone through the mega challenges as like there, I just unlocked one. Maybe if I was going through those as we went through each chapter, it'd be a different story. But I honestly didn't want to hold up the Let's Play, just because you do have to build some skill to be able to do some of the mega challenges. It's just too frustrating to try and do them right from the start. And the way the game is, it's very easy to come back and just play through them and get every single medallion for the game, which there's an achievement for. So if you're one of those little punks like me who likes to get achievements, then you'll definitely be coming back. This game right here, it's very similar. If you remember from chapter 2, there were the shroomy houses. It's pretty much the same thing. You can't drop them any more than three units. And again, kind of, in a sort of way, similar to the bombs, except the bombs you can't drop at all, but you have to manipulate the blocks in a way that, whatever way you can to securely disarm the situation or finish it. Are these do you guys say vases or vases? I never, you know. I'd ask you to tell me in the comments, but it's spelled exactly the same, so I don't think that's gonna really help me. I mean, you could tell me in the comments if you wanted to anyways. See if you could figure that one out. But they're fragile. And they've got skulls on them. Who doesn't want a vase? I don't even know what I want to call it, vase or vase. This is actually really frustrating because neither seems natural to me. It's like ketchup. Ketchup seems natural to me. Nobody calls it catsup. Who calls it catsup? Is that some kind of joke that somebody started? I have never met or even seen like a TV show or a movie where somebody seriously called it catsup. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Right here, you can see, I think I might have been picking my nose or something, because I shouldn't normally take that long. This is a very simple situation that I'm dealing with. But maybe I was practicing the whole better safe than sorry bit, because as the last phase boss. I'm gonna call them bosses, bosses. Yeah. When it's the last one, you don't want to rush it, especially when there's no time limit. That's the thing. I keep saying it, but you often forget that there's a time limit or that there isn't a time limit, and you shouldn't feel a need to rush. But maybe I don't know. I know I don't want to take too much time myself in these videos, obviously, because not exactly the most entertaining thing watching a little dude just stand there looking helpless. These, other than the frenzy races, these are probably, I love the checkpoints, because unlike a normal race where there's the whole total time, with those you don't necessarily know that you're in trouble of losing the race until closer to the end. With this one, it's pretty evident throughout the whole thing if you're doing poorly. If you're just making each checkpoint with about 2 seconds or a second left of time, then you pretty much have to play flawlessly from that point on out, which makes it exciting. But that's the thing too, never give up. Like, if you're like, oh, I've got 1 second each time, I'm just gonna restart it, retry. Don't do that, because honestly, that's not gonna make you any better at the game. You've got to learn to really bring out your skills in those tough situations where you have very little reaction time and you just have to do every move perfectly. I'm playing really shitty in this one. I'm just careless with my jumps, but this was my first go at it as well. I didn't know the map. It's almost like cheating, I find, is once you play through the level, or most of it anyways, at least one time, and you can play through it pretty well immediately after for a lot of these races, I find. It's not until you get into the mega challenges where you'll know what you have to do, but just doing it is a lot harder. So, but this is the last race actually before we go off to the last boss fight before we finish chapter 3, the story portion of it anyways. And I guess this kind of works. Going off against yourself reminds me of the movie Multiplicity with Michael Keaton. I want pizza. If you guys haven't seen that movie, you'll not know what I'm talking about, but it's basically Michael Keaton. He clones himself because he finds his time is too divided. Like, I think he's a construction worker or a contractor or something like that. And it's the thing where he's just like, if only I could be in 2 places at one time, you get so much more done. So he ends up, there's an experimental cloning procedure, and he goes through it. And then his clone gets cloned, and then his clone's clone gets cloned, etc. So there ends up being like 4 or 5 Michael Keatons. And he has to figure out how to deal with his wife or whatever, and they all have different personalities, just like you saw with the kings. The one was kind of skull-tastic, and one was like crazy cocky. I don't know, they're all different, so it's exactly like the movie Multiplicity. I honestly wonder if that they somehow thought of that movie, or is this a coincidence. But either way, they're not too difficult to go up against, because it's King. He's lovable, but he's certainly not an expert in anything, actually. Not even being a king. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for... No, wait, that's not the last race. What am I talking about? I wasn't even paying attention. There's a second last race. Now coming up is the last race, which, now that I think of it, is actually more fitting that you don't go up against yourself. We're going to be facing off against those 2 pirate lackeys. And friggin' one of the more annoying enemies in this game. I see you've grown your beard back, Abe Lincoln. And Mr. Mohawk has finally filled out that that ginger head of his. That was amazing. That was amazing. Oh, they're kings. They have no idea. This plot. So, oh, here we go. This is Snuggles. And, he's annoying as shit. The thing is, he looks hella evil. Like, really evil. But he also looks like he's just obnoxious, too. Like, there's certain kind of evil people you're just like, he's evil, but I could deal with it. You know, he's got a reason. This guy's just like, he's like your 8-year-old brother, and he, I don't know, he starts flicking your ear because you won't let him play your video game or your console or something like that. I don't know. I get that vibe from this guy, this robotic douchebag. Or as Dane Cook would say, bag of douche. I hate Dane Cook. Anyways, this, it's just kind of a little more frantic because he's not bound by the level, right? He's moving throughout these rock walls somehow. And the lackeys, the pirates at this point, are kind of on PCP or something. They're a lot faster and more aggressive than they are earlier. So, yeah, as you can see, I barely won that one. But, you know, it's all good. So, that is it. Next video is going to be the big boss finale. Not too difficult, I'll tell you that much, but it's kind of difficult and it's different. So, come back for that. That'll be up tomorrow, and you guys are going to love it. Peace out.